Hello, Alex. This is a little video to help you with this parallel and perpendicular math lib so you could still get the points for it. Okay, so on the first question, the line passing through which 2 points is parallel? First thing that you have to remember is when you're talking about a slope, a parallel slope is the same number. It's the same slope. And we'll talk about perpendicular in a minute. So we're looking for something with the same slope that this has. Well, we have to rewrite this or we have to type it into Desmos and figure out what is the slope. So let's try typing it into Desmos here. X minus 2y is equal to 16. Okay, get rid of this black box. Bring over Desmos. Okay, I'm going to hold on, Desmos, I need to zoom in a little bit so I could count it better. There we go. Okay, now grab this graph. So I see this is a very good point, and this is also a very good point. So I'm going to count my slope. First, is it positive or negative? Well, it's positive because it's going upwards, and I'm going up 1, 2, and that's a rise of 2 and a run of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so a rise of 2, a run of 4. And of course, you're going to simplify that. So I know that this has a slope of positive rise of 2, run of 4, which is 1/2. So I want I want a set of pairs that has the same slope. So you could type these all in to Desmos and then look at the slopes there, but also we can use slope formula, and that is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so I will demonstrate how you do that for the first one. So here's an x and here's a y, and here's an x and here's a y. I'm going to take the two y's and I'm going to subtract them. Oh yeah, I should say it this way. You draw a line, put a minus and a minus. Now put the two y's right there. So -1 and -5. Negative and a negative makes that a positive, so I'll change that now. Now I take my x's, -6 and a +2. Okay, so that's going to be a +4. And then -6 and -2 is -8. So this is a -1/2. Well, was that what I was looking for? No, I need this 1/2. So you do that with each of these ordered pairs. And then the one that matches 1/2, that's going to be your answer. Okay, you can always pause this and do that question. Then let's look at the second question. Oh man, I just made those out of order. Oh well, I'll fix it later. Which line is perpendicular? So perpendicular, let's talk about what that means. Remember, parallel said same slope. Perpendicular means if the slope is 1/2, then the perpendicular slope, this is a perpendicular, and that m means slope, then it's going to be opposite sign and a fraction flipped. So we're flipping this fraction, 2/1. This one's positive, so this one has to be negative. So really -2, right, is our slope. This is the slope that we're looking for in our answer set. So you can come over here to Desmos. Well, first of all, it would be nice if all of these were written in y is equal to mx plus b, right? If they were all written like that, then I would just look right here for a -2 and I know that's my answer. But of course they had to make it tougher than that. So what we're going to do is come over here to Desmos and black box, evil black box, and we are going to type these in. So 3x plus 4y is equal to 16. And now I'm looking, remember, what slope am I looking for? A slope of -2. That's going to be perpendicular. So, well, this is negative slope, so at least I have that going for me. But is it a slope of -2? I don't really like it when I can't see all the numbers, so I might okay, there we go. Now I can see all the numbers on the number line. So I'm looking for a good point. That's a good point. And then, maybe we'll look up for a good point. Oh, okay. Here's a good point. And then I come along the line. There's a good point. So I'm going to think about slope triangle and find this slope. That was from here to here. So a rise of 1, 2, 3, rise of 3, and a run of 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what I'm looking for? No, because I'm looking for this one. So I know it's not A, or the first answer choice. Okay, so now you come over here and you change what you have typed in. Looks like minus 4y and is equal to 4. So now I'm trying the second. Oh, well, that's positive, so this is definitely not it. So I'm going to go on to the next one, and that is 4x plus. It might be easier to just retype these. Yes, it is easier to do that. Okay, so plus 3y and equals 15. This is the third answer choice that I'm trying. Okay, and I did another plus. Silly goose. There we go. Oh, it's negative. I'm going to go check it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a slope of -2. So where's a good point? This is a good point. Oh, I don't think it's going to be it. Let me get rid of this slope triangle because that doesn't apply anymore to this one. So here's a good point. And then where's another good point? Down here. Those are good points. So if I do slope triangle, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, rise of 4, run of 1, 2, 3. That's not what I'm looking for, and it was negative. Not what I'm looking for. Remember, I'm looking for this. So let's get rid of all of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And I'm going to come back over and start typing in other answer choices. So I did 1, 2, and 3 so far. Now I'm going to do, change this to a minus. And then that's equal to 9. That box is so annoying. Oh, that's a positive slope, so I know that's not the answer. So I'm going to leave it to you to try the last one and see if that has a slope of -2. And then you would know that's my answer. Okay, so let's come over here. That's question 2. Question 3. Okay, write an equation of a line that's passing through the point -1, 3, and it's parallel, so same slope, with the line that's passing through these 2 points. So what I do, this is where I really do like Desmos to help me. Well, there's 2 different ways you could do this, really. You can plot these 2 points and then count to find the slope. But then we have our other method, which actually might be a little bit faster, of doing this, finding the slope of 2 points, which is you draw a line. And this is slope formula, right? So you take -5 and you take +15. And now those were my 2 y values, okay? So I had line, minus, minus, and now I put my y's on top and my x's on the bottom. Maybe it's good that we're repeating this again. So this will get into your head. Okay, negative and negative makes a positive. -5 and -15 is -20 over a +5, so that equals -4. Okay, we're going to get rid of all this part because that was from the last problem. So we just found the slope of this line. And then we go back in the problem, it says parallel. Okay, so we're looking for something that has a slope of -4. Wow, look, these are already written in slope-intercept form. I already know for sure that, I need my pen, that it's one of these 3 answers. Okay, because this is not the same slope. Remember, parallel, same slope. That's parallel. So I'm going to leave it to you to do the end of this one. What you want to do is type this in. Excuse me. First type in this point. Excuse me, I'm sorry. First type in this point and then type in each of these equations. And when your line, for this one, if it goes through that point, then that's your answer. If not, keep trying the other ones. It's going to be one of those three. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Erase. And question 4. Which pair of lines are parallel? Okay, parallel, what's that mean? It means that they have the same slope. They're going to look like that, right? Well, you know what that looks like. So go ahead and just type these answer choices in until you see a set that are like this. The things that might be helpful for you to note, you know that this has a positive slope of 5. Like these ones, you could tell what the slope is. The slope is 1/1 and it's positive. Slope is 2/1 and it's positive. But you still would have to rewrite this. So the way to do this without using Desmos would be, I'll do the first one, but then I'm going to suggest to you that you use Desmos for the other ones. Okay, so I know that the slope of this line is 5, so I'm going to take this, and right now it's in standard form. I'm going to rewrite it into y is equal to mx plus b form. Why? Why am I doing that? Because this is the slope, okay? So minus x, that number that's going to be in front of the x, the coefficient of x, is going to tell me what the slope is. Okay, so then that ends up negative 5y is equal to negative x plus 10. And then I'm going to divide by negative 5 all the way through. This is called rewriting. Y is equal to a positive 1/5 x minus 2. So that slope and that slope are not the same. And so that told me that these are not parallel. Now, I would suggest to you, you can do it this way, but I would suggest to you that you type these into Desmos and look for the 2 that are parallel. Okay, that's the faster way to do it if you want to do it that way. Okay, I gotta use my pointer. Let's go to the next one. We're halfway there. The line passing through which 2 points is perpendicular? Now, obviously, you can be pausing this and you don't need to listen to the whole thing at once or something. The line passing through which 2 points, is perpendicular to this line? Okay, so I'm going to type that line that they're giving me in here. And that is 10x plus 2y is equal to 2. Okay, that's the first line. Then I need something that is going to be perpendicular. So I'm not sure where it's going to appear, but it's going to be making a plus sign, right? It's going to be making a 90-degree angle. So now you can come in here and type in the first set. So parentheses, -2, comma, -7. And the other point is going to be 1, 8. Make sure that you use the parentheses, otherwise it won't graph the point. Where are my points? I can't even see them. I got to move this around. Well, I know -2, -7. I got to zoom out, I guess. There. Let's go home. -2, -7. So zoom out because I can't see. There they are. Okay, now you can see that if you connected those 2 lines or those 2 dots, they are not going to make a line that is perpendicular. It's not going to make a 90-degree angle to the one you already had. So let's get rid of those and try the next one. -5 and 5. And then down here, we're going to do 0, 4. 0, 4. Okay, well, if I connect those 2, yeah, it's still not making a perfect. I mean, I want this to be 90 degrees. Another way to think of it is this slope, we could figure out what this slope is, because we could think about it with what slope we're actually looking for. Let me zoom in. Should just make this window a little shorter. There. Okay. So I'm looking for good points that I can, okay, that's a good point on this line, and that's a good point on this line. So I'm going to draw a slope triangle, and that is a rise of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a rise of 5, and a run of 1, and that is a negatively sloping line. So the line has a slope of -5 or -5/1. So the perpendicular slope that we're looking for is going to be opposite sign and flipped fraction. This one's negative, so this one's going to be positive. So that's just another way you could think about it, because then you could find the slopes of these by doing y. Here, I'll go ahead and do the third one. So this is, remember, this is called the slope formula. So you line and minus, and we're going to put the two y's right here. So I'm just showing you a different method to narrow down your answer besides just looking at Desmos. We're looking for this kind of slope. And then 0 and 5. So I got my y's on the top, my x's on the bottom. Minus means plus. That's a negative 1 over a negative, lucky day. Look at that. Negative over a negative is a positive, right? So actually we found it. So actually C was our answer. So hopefully that made sense, the two methods, how to do that. And then let's go to question number 6. Okay, write an equation of a line passing through this point and perpendicular to this point. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways that you could do this. One way would be to put this point on, I'm like trying to think what's the fastest way or easiest way to do it. We could let's plot all three of these points over here on Desmos. I feel like maybe you're a visual person, and so, oops, that's not what I meant to do. And looking at it might help you. So we're going to plot parentheses -6, comma -3, and then -2, comma -7, and 6, comma 5. I hope you actually look at this video. I know it's already 17 minutes, but hopefully if you do, then you're going to know how to do all these kind of problems. Okay, so this is the line, and then the perpendicular line that we're trying to come up with. There we go. Okay, so you can see the two lines that are supposed to be connected. Those are the, why am I saying two lines? These 2 points. These 2 points are to be connected, and then this point is going to be through a line that's perpendicular. So now what I'm looking for, I would leave all that on my screen, and then I would start trying these answer choices. I'm just going to do the first one. I'm going to let you do the others. -2 divided by 3. Okay, come over and put your x, and then -4. Okay, so see that purple line? It looks like it's probably perpendicular. So maybe that's a good slope, this -2/3. But it's not going through this point. So it's not A. You should start trying the other answer choices, okay? All right, that's what I would do to solve that. Okay, number 7. Which pair of lines are perpendicular? Literally type them in, look for a set that's perpendicular. It's just making a cross. It's making a 90-degree angle. That one is probably the easiest one to visualize and use Desmos for. Write an equation of a line passing through this point and parallel to that line. Okay, so here's another one of those that you're going to want to see it. So I'm going to type in the point that it wants to go through. That's +4, -9. Okay, that's the point. And here's the line, 3x minus 6y equals 30. Okay, now I want a line that goes through that point and has the same slope. So now I'm going to try my answer choices until I see it, until I see what I'm looking for. So y is equal to 2x plus 1. Well, Nope, that's not it. Those are not parallel, are they? No, they are not. So you're not going to use number 1. You're going to try number 2, number 3, okay? And then when you get one that goes, it has to go through this point. Can't just be parallel to the line. It has to also go straight through that red dot. Okay. Number 9. Find the K value. The line passing through that point is parallel to this equation. So this one's really easy because you're just going to be plugging in again. You're just looking for this stuff. So I'm going to change this to be the line they're talking about. Plus, it's y -7. Okay, now I've got the line that they were talking about, and I'm going to put one of the points that they are giving me is -2, 8. And now I need a line. I need a line that is going to be parallel, so same slope, and it's going to go through this dot and another dot. So they gave me part of the other dot. If I connect these 2 dots, it should have the parallel line, okay? They give me, I'm going to try each of these values until, see, these are all possibilities for K, so I'm going to try the first one. If I use 1, comma, -1, where did I get the comma -1? That's the other part of this that they gave me. Ooh, that's looking pretty good, actually. Let's see if there's anything else that's closer. So what if I tried, instead of 1, if I tried -5? Oh, no, that does not make a parallel. See, if I connect those 2 dots, that's not going to be parallel. So I'm going to try -10. Oh, that's definitely not it. So the first answer looked best so far. It's a little off. Do you see how those are going to eventually touch? And then 9. Oh yeah, that's too far off. So definitely I would say I think the first one would be my closest answer. Okay, and now write an equation of a line that passes through this point and is perpendicular to this. Okay, so type in all of the information that they're giving you first. So you type in the 4x. You could maybe do this one on your own even, so you could stop the video because this is the last one I'm going to do, or you can see. Okay, so I'm going to type that in, and then I'm going to type in the point that they gave me. 4, -11. Okay, all right, so I can visualize that I need to have a line that's going like through there, right? So I know the line that I'm looking for. Let's narrow it down a little bit. The line that I'm looking for looks like this-ish, right? It looks like that-ish. So I know that this has a positive slope. I know that. So I know that E is not my answer. I can see that my y-intercept is somewhere around here. Like, is my y-intercept -16? No, that's way down there. That's not it. Is it -6? It could be. It's awfully close. Is my y-intercept +1? Right there? No, it doesn't look like that would be right, but I should narrow it down more. What about +5? If I draw a line to connect those two, is that 90 degrees? No. No. So those are all visual ways to think about this question. Here's the next option to do. Come over here into Desmos and type in we narrowed it down. It's not A and it's not E. Let's try B. Let's see if it works. So y is equal to 5/4 x, and then it's -6. Boom. Goes straight through the dot. straight through the dot. So that's how you can figure that one out. The other way that you could figure it out, like without using Desmos at all, would be to find the slope of this line first, then flip that fraction and take the opposite sign, and use the point and the new slope to write an equation. So you can stop now if you don't want to see that. If you do want to see it, I'm going to do it right over here. So clear. All right, how you would do that. Go away, black box. Okay, so I have 4x plus 5y is equal to negative 54. So you would rewrite this so that it's y is equal to something. Okay. 5y is equal to negative 4x minus 54. Divide by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5. Y is equal to a negative 4/5 x. I can even stop there. I don't even have to figure out what this is because this is what I was looking for. Now that's the slope. So what's the perpendicular slope? Okay, it's a flipped fraction and it's the opposite sign. If this one's negative, this one has to be positive. Okay, so that does tell me that this could be it or this could be it, right? These have the same, the slope that I was looking for. But if you wanted to know even further, you would take this slope of 5/4. Remember, it's y is equal to mx plus b. I'm going to take that slope, 5/4, and I'm going to take this point that they gave me with this x value and this y value, and I'm going to substitute them in. Negative 4 plus b. I'm going to be able to solve for the y-intercept. Okay, 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Divide by 4 and you get negative 5 is equal to negative 11. We got plus b over here. Add 5, negative 6 is equal to b. So y is equal to this slope that we found, that's perpendicular slope, and this y-intercept. And that, ooh, where's my x? There it is. And that is how you do that. So hope that helps. I wonder if you will watch this. I hope so.